Hello, you guys. Welcome to the Wise Woman Way. I'm here today. Let me get these gloves out the way. Here today, filling out my cards for Christmas, and I hadn't did it since 2019. However, I'm inspired by my girlfriend Deborah Elmore and Julia Santos, who send me cards. You know, it's special to sit down and take your time to send, season greeting cards, Merry Christmas, or whatever cards. That means you take the time out of your busy day to, read something and sign it and take your time to mail it off. Remember, you guys, I do not own the rights to any of this music, and these are just some of the cards I'm sending out this year. I send this one because people are of many religions, and I don't want to offend nobody. Whatever you're doing is working for you. I'm happy for you. But not all people, Muslims, not all people Christians, Jehovah's Witness, same thing as Christian, or whatever you want to call it, Judaism or whatever. Anyway, it's all about the season. And here in the north in Connecticut, we know that that it gets very cold, and so and it becomes the darkest time of the year, and that's basically in Europe as well. So on a global perspective, people, share an experience of decorating with a lot of lights upon evergreen trees and bushes. I believe this lighting of trees came from Europe during the times where it was really dark ages and people used candles for everything all around the world. And in Africa, it goes back till the dawn of mankind. So for light. And so people, go ahead and use candle lights and lights to decorate trees to brighten up the night, since it's night longer than the daytime during this time of the season, or during those times of the season. So it's become traditional, and as we come over, the Western world come over to different areas in the world, that's how these traditions came to be. And so I grew up with it. I'm not mad about anything. I just like to find therapeutic ways to live and get along, as long as no one is being insulted, hurt, or being told falsehood. So me, I'm all about the Xmas. No, I don't put Jesus in the center of this stuff, because we know this Jesus was not born on December the 25th. Those are facts. Google it. So, remember, we don't own the rights to anything that you hear. This is Elizabeth Lyde of the Wise Woman Way Golden Rule Wellness Mission group / organization. We're still trying to get, our 501. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be sending out, before, when I was younger, let me just hold it right here. When I grew up around my mom, particularly my grandma, she would send off cards every season. And I kind of like that, because the women I grew up around, which once again, my dear mother, whom I love to death, and my grandma, I mimic myself after a lot of things they did. So if grandma was sitting down writing cards, signing her name to cards and stuff, and reading, I tend to sit there as a little child at my little desk she had bought for me, and would do the same thing. So I grew up sending a lot of cards out throughout the years of my life. And I mean, I was dedicated year after year after year. But when this here age came in of technology, more in 2019, for some reason, you know, I just stopped sending. I just stopped sending the cars because at the time I thought it was a better thing to just do it online. It was so easy, super simple, when you save money. It all comes with your cell phone bill or however you pay it. Anyway, I realized that as time went by, filling out my Christmas cards or sending them that way, it doesn't feel as good as taking the time out of your busy day, find a card, and find people who are worthy for you to send the cards out to. Now, before I used to try to send them to all my first cousins, definitely all my aunts and uncles, and I would bring my grandma and mom's, theirs, of course, my dad, and my siblings. But over time, you get to see how people grow, and people don't appreciate these things. Like, you have time to do this, pay attention to them, but they don't have time to pay attention to you. Not knocking anybody, I'm not judging, just observing the growth through life at this point in age in my life. Okay, so let me just say this here. So I've learned, this is from Deborah Elmore, the Swana group, my sisters for life. You know, I used to send cars to my great aunts, Aunt Lily, who died at 100, or either 101, I can't remember now. Every year, year after year, I made sure I sent her a card because of her status in the family. She lived in Harlem, New York. Anyhow, that's another story for another day. There's so much about her life. And then, so I used to send the other one to my Aunt Rebecca, who helped to really impact my life after my grandma, whom we call Nana, transition. So when these people, including my grandmother and even my Aunt Esther, when they passed on, you know, if you look real clear, there's something that's going to show up that came from me, and that will be cards, you know, birthday cards, Mother Day cards. Yes, indeed. That's what I did, and I loved it. And if I had to do it all over again, I will. And so today, 2022, in December, I'm sitting down to send out some cards, season greetings. And as a matter of fact, I have a lot of cards, have a nice little box of cards I can just open up and send them to, but I'm gonna try to get the ones from out of town out. So just to make it clear, I'm sending all my living aunts and uncles cards first and foremost, and I'm definitely sending out to my dear friends and people who sit down and think about me. You know, give me a call sometime, because I know I call people all the time, but I'm getting older and I'm slowing down. But you know, the people who think about you. Okay, so I'm going to definitely take my time and excuse me, and get these cards sent out today in mail. So you guys catch me on my next video. I think it's worth the time to think about people during this time of the year, the end of a long year. Like, for instance, this year was really an impact for me and my family because we lost my middle brother, Tyrone Arthur Murphy. And that impacted all of our lives. And, you know, that really did something to my mom. Why wouldn't it? That's her child. No one wants to bury their children. And I can understand that because I have children of my own. So anyway, you guys, I feel blessed today. You know, God is good. You guys always be wise. At least practice being wise. Be well as much as you can. It's all about survival. And always think higher in any situation. Okay, so I'm going to end this video. This is just a part 1. I have another part 2 coming up as we deliver the the greeting cards for this year. Just, you know, sending season greetings, thinking about people and, you know, where we come from last year to this point. Okay, you guys? All right now. Ashe.